DSC540 and Depaul, and this is on a paper studying Trump's tweets and its effect on stocks. The paper is right here. It's by these two students, and it looks like they did a pretty good project looking at the Twitter tweets and stock market data. Okay, so they sectioned their paper off into sections, and I will be going over each of these sections. Okay, so the first section is about the problem and the motivation. It's pretty simple. They just wanted to see if machine learning can be used on tweets and if they can have meaningful results on stock data. Their data set was 8 years of Trump tweets from 2009 to 2017 and 8 years of S&P 500 tech data movements by time. And then they also had a pre-trained word vector, just I guess mapping words to standard words for cleaning and similarity. They're on their data processing. They since S&P 500 is tech data, they took 21 minutes, 1 minute to 21 minutes after each tweet, and then they aligned that date, those times with a tweet, and then they applied a label for each tweet from 1 to 1%. And so like they give a brief example of this. So this is a particular tweet, and if 1 minute after, if the stock price went up 10% or 1%, they would apply a label of 1 on that tweet. And then they also removed stop words, and then they used the word vectors from GloVe to get a standardized representation of the tweets. Okay. So then the methods, they use SVM and naive Bayes. They have a lot of formulas here. I didn't quite understand all of this, but I put it in here if someone wants to take a look at it. Okay. And then on the results and discussions, they found out that the t equals 5 minutes after was the best run of the algorithms for accuracy. And then on that, they got 46% accuracy and 5% better than human prediction. So I'm not sure how they got this 5% better than human prediction, because they didn't really go into much detail about what the human prediction was. They also printed out a chart of the top words and their labels. So this would be most indicative words of negative market returns. So this would be like imagination, it was negative 14% or 15%, James. So when I look at this, they also mentioned it in the thing where division happened in both. So it was both a negative, and a positive. Okay. So I'm not sure what, yeah. Okay, so quite not sure how this is there, but they did describe it. Okay. And then they also talked about recurrent neural networks and the hyperparameter tuning. So the biggest thing I got out of this was that they were bumping up against, if you were to zoom into these charts, about 49% accuracy. And then they said, to summarize, they say basically the same thing, 48.3%. And then again, they're mentioning the beating human prediction by 5.3%. So I'm not. And then that's basically it. They do have a conclusion, and the conclusion is basically saying that they were able to make meaningful predictions at the t equals 5 minutes with an accuracy of 48%, and that's basically it. And then and saying that they also mentioned that there's a lot of other data that they could have used or someone can use to make the model even better at predicting stock market prices. And that's basically the paper. All right, and they have a lot of references here too. All right, thanks for your time.